Good morning, QC managers, and welcome. My name's Renee,
My name's Greg.
and we want to welcome you to the QC Collective. Today, we want to talk to you about color selections.
Oh, it's so important.
So, we're going to get this out of the way. Designers are crazy. When they pick their colors, they're on crack. What they think looks good together, not so much. You're hardly ever going to like a color selection. I'll just get that out of the way. That's my 2 cents on color selections. You're going to spend most of the time going, really, lime green again. Awesome.
As a QC, it's not up to you. You just got to make sure that it gets installed that way. So
They pick it and we stick it.
that's right. That's right. So really want to talk about when you get a product that has a color selection or a color sample with it. This is from lessons learned. The very first QC project I was on, I had metal wall panels. As we know, metal wall panels, it has the panel color, it has the trim color, it has the soffits and the fascias, and it has all of that. Well, I was new. I didn't know. I didn't have the knowledge to double check the subcontractor. They only submitted on one color. They didn't catch in a little fine line note on the print that there was additional colors.
Like an accent color.
Accent colors, that's right. So there was 2 or 3 other colors that I didn't catch, and the designer didn't catch it either, and sent it back, approved. I sent it to the subcontractor, approved. They ordered it. As we all know, metal wall panels, they're
Long
not
lead.
an off-the-shelf anything like that. They're right. It's long lead. So it gets out there. The material showed up, was ready to do the material inspection, and the core rep on my first project goes, well, where's the other colors? This isn't the right color. And so long and the short of it, many tens of thousands of dollars later, schedule impacts, the right colors were submitted on, and it was a big lessons learned. So color selections, you got to make sure what you're getting. You got to make sure what's supposed to be there. You've got to get the appropriate samples, the appropriate quantities of the samples. Color charts, if you're doing color charts, make sure the subcontractor that sends them to you, it's not a color chart scan of a scan of a scan, because those aren't the right colors. Make sure you get original PDFs that you send those on for the architects and the design team to make the color selections. Just take the time and read it.
Make sure that the subs that are submitting the color selections submit what was in the bid. I have had so many times that a client falls in love with a color selection, but it's an upgrade and it's additional cost. And you don't find out until it's gone through the whole submittal process and they pick it and they love it. And then the sub's like, oh, well, that was an upgrade color selection. That will cost more. So before you send those submittals on to the client, you need to ask the sub, so this is what was in bid. This is an additional cost, correct? Everything you're giving me as selection would be covered with the bid cost. You need to actually say those words to your subs when it comes to everything. Blinds, drapes, floors, paint, wall, caulking, you name it. Anything that's got a color on it.
Joint sealants.
Joint sealants. Anything that's got a color on it, make sure that what they give you for options to pick from, and if there is like half the page is included and half the page would be an upgrade, mark it on there, right? Cross it out and say these are upgraded additional cost options, so that the client knows I can't pick from these, or I don't want to pick from these, or the designer knows I can't pick from these.
So
that's a
what
biggie.
we've seen happen in the past too on design build projects is you've got a color schedule on your drawing that never gets upgraded through the 50%, the 60%, the 90%,
Yeah.
and it doesn't get upgraded, and it comes out on 100%, and the subcontractors are locked into a price, and those things cost more money. And like Renee had said, it's not in the bid. So you got to make sure to help your subcontractors identify those. You're probably going to be the first one that finds out, because you're going to be checking the submittal package and it's not going to match.
Right.
And then they're going to start screaming that it's more money, and then you're not in charge of money.
It's RFI time.
It's
That's
RFI
what that
time
means.
to the PM, etc. Also, we've had projects that the color schedule and the color chart in the drawing by the architect was never populated, and it made it out all the way through the design. And then when it came time to order those materials and get submittals on them, that's when the red flags and sirens finally went off. So you really got to make sure you get the right quantities. You got to make sure that it's complete information. You got to know what you're looking at. And you got to make sure you get it from the subcontractor the way that it's shown on the plans and against the bid.
It's not just lipstick and rouge, right? It's really easy to just think that that's not mechanical, that's not life safety, that's not important. But it's big dollars and a lot of time associated with them if it's not managed right. So
Lots of dollars.
important to take a look
Colors and finishes, very important.
We hope these tips have been helpful. If it has, give us a like down below. Follow us for future help. And we hope that you have a spectacular day.
Have a wonderful day.